When you hear the term AI governance, your mind probably jumps straight to rules and regulations, right? And yeah, that's a huge part of it, but it's not the full picture. Let's talk about the other side of the coin, the much more proactive side of the story.
And hey, for good reason. So much of the conversation around artificial intelligence is about playing defense, protecting ourselves from all the potential downsides. The whole narrative is really driven by caution.
And these aren't just some abstract fears we're talking about. These are real-world challenges happening right now. From data breaches and who owns what to the future of our jobs, the defensive side of AI governance is all about trying to manage these super critical risks.
But what if that's only half the game? What if the best defense is actually a great offense? This is where the whole idea of AI governance starts to get really, really exciting. It's about shifting our mindset from just preventing harm to actively creating good. So this is where AI governance gets truly ambitious. We're flipping the script, moving from a defensive crouch to an offensive drive. We're asking not just how do we stop bad things from happening, but how do we engineer amazing outcomes for everyone? This quote from Singapore's Model AI Governance Framework just nails it. Responsible AI is about so much more than just putting up fences. It's about empowerment. It's about building launch pads, not just guardrails.
And that brings us to the core concept here, AI for public good. Think of it as a mission to point all this incredible technology toward creating broad public benefit, building a trusted and sustainable ecosystem where everyone can thrive, not just a handful of people.
Okay, so that sounds great in theory, but how do we actually do it? Well, the very first step is empowerment. Let's dig into how we can build a solid foundation so that everyone can get in on the benefits of AI.
If we're serious about this AI for the public good thing, we have to democratize access. And that means putting the power of AI into everyone's hands, not just letting it stay with huge corporations or the tech experts.
And this really plays out in two major ways. For individuals, you and me, it's about making AI accessible and, just as importantly, understandable. And for small and medium-sized businesses, it's about giving them the tools they need to actually compete and innovate in this whole new world.
This means taking real, practical steps, things like digital literacy programs that teach us how to use AI tools safely, and maybe even remind us not to start thinking of our chatbot as a person. For businesses, it means things like government-backed sandboxes, where they can experiment and build with top-tier AI without a massive price tag.
All right, next up, the big one, the topic that's on pretty much everyone's mind, jobs. If AI is really going to be a force for good, we absolutely have to tackle its impact on the workforce head-on.
You see, proactive governance isn't just about tweaking the tech, it's about preparing people for the future of work. It's about turning the potential threat of job displacement into a massive opportunity for growth and evolution.
And believe it or not, there's a pretty clear roadmap for this. It all starts by figuring out which tasks AI can handle. Then, you redesign jobs so that humans can focus on what we do best: strategy, creativity, and critical thinking. This means reskilling people for these new high-value skills like prompt engineering and ethical validation, turning employees into AI collaborators, not competitors.
And finally, we can't have a real conversation about public good without talking about our planet. This brings us to the absolutely crucial topic of sustainable AI.
Let's be real. Training these massive AI models takes an incredible amount of energy. So, responsible governance means we have to make sure our digital progress doesn't come at the cost of our environmental future.
So what does that actually look like? Well, it means actively researching more efficient ways to compute. It means choosing to run AI systems in data centers that are powered by clean energy. And it means making an environmental impact assessment a standard part of the development process for any new AI system. So when you pull all these different threads together, empowerment, upskilling, and sustainability, you start to see a much bigger picture emerge. We're moving beyond just managing risk and starting to actually architect a better future.
And the ultimate goal here, the end game, is this idea of a digital commons. A shared digital space where technology truly serves humanity, where it fosters inclusive innovation and allows every single person everywhere to flourish.
So the big picture, the frameworks, they're being built as we speak. But this isn't a spectator sport. The future of AI isn't just in the hands of governments and tech giants, it's in all of our hands. So the real question is, how are we each going to contribute to building this better, more equitable digital world?